Hey guys, so this is a part 3 in a way of the David Dobrik saga that's happening right now. There is just so much happening that I filmed the original video with everything kind of from beginning to end, kind of what happened in the last, I'd say 3 weeks. I was like, oh, I don't want to do regular updates because, you know, that I'll be filming a video about like one tweet or something. I didn't want to do that. No hate to anyone did that because I watched those videos to make sure that my research was, you know, tip top. But I just didn't want to film individual videos about it. I'm telling you exactly what's happening. And I filmed that video, and literally from the moment it's almost like I started some kind of a curse for myself where I filmed that video, and then after that it was just bombshell after bombshell. And at this point, this is my 3rd video in like 4 days because there's just that much happening, and the videos aren't short either. It's not like 10-minute long videos. It's like actual things happening. Okay, so a lot has happened since then. I have a lot to show you guys and tell you guys. So we have 3 different things to talk about. In my first video, like I said, I mentioned everything from the accusations to the insider article to then kind of like a few responses but not many. Then in video 2, those will all be linked in the description. Video 2 was Jeff's video. So Jeff posted a video to try and make himself look innocent because he claims he's fully innocent. He didn't buy alcohol or do anything. He said he didn't stick around for anything that happened after the jokes were done. He claims they left, and I posted that video, and of course, no, my luck only. I posted that video, and literally as I make it public, the Frenemies podcast comes out with Jeff, and everyone in the comment section is like, oh my god, you're really quick. How did you get the video out so quick? I didn't. Okay, I posted the video and then another bombshell dropped. I wasn't quick. Okay, I'm trying my best at this point, and I just wasn't quick enough. So let's just get into it because we have a lot of updates to get through. Before we do that, social media will be in the description along with my beauty channel. Subscribe, hit that bell, like and comment for engagement so my videos get pushed out into recommended and more people can see them. And if you don't, you will be washing your hands and your rolled up sleeves will fall down and the whole bottom will be wet and it will feel soggy and ugly, and you're gonna have to walk around like that, or change, or blow dry your sleeves. That's always an option. Let's get into it then. So the Frenemies podcast comes out, and I'm not going to summarize the whole 2 and something hours because it's a lot. So watch the last podcast if you want like full breakdown. You want to see the wonderfulness of Ethan and Trisha ripping into Jeff and debunking like lie after lie after lie. If you want to see that, please watch it. It's very satisfying. In case you guys are, you know, wondering before you get into this video, I'm quite clearly against the vlog squad right now. You will not see much defending from me because I just don't think there's much to defend. I think some people are less guilty and some people are more guilty, but I don't think there are many people in the vlog squad right now who are just innocent. Okay, I don't think you are innocent if you're making money and profiting off of that kind of toxic workplace culture that is the vlog squad. Like, I don't think you are innocent, okay? I think you're less guilty or you're unaware of the crimes being committed, but you're still guilty of profiting off toxic work culture. So let's just get into it. The Frenemies, they start with debunking a few things. So they play his video, the Jeff's My Truth video, and they debunk a lot of things. So he talks about, he basically, and it makes it very clear in the interview that they do with him, that he hasn't read the article. He hasn't read it. He's just heard a few things. He saw snippets of it and he thought, I know what's happening here. So he debunked accusations that were not even in the article. He said things like, the only person making accusations about me bringing alcohol into the house and giving it to the girls is Trisha Paytas because I didn't say hi to her in Starbucks. But you read the article and somehow the friend of the blackout drunk girl is saying Todd and Jeff came back with the alcohol. So it's not just Trisha who has a vendetta against you. It's an actual witness who was sober at the time. They're saying you brought the alcohol back. He hasn't read the article, so he doesn't know that. And he's just going along with some kind of Trisha's just being petty. So she's saying I did this thing that I didn't do. Well, no, that's not true. And he keeps on repeating it. And it's just like, if you had just read the article, you wouldn't be making a fool of yourself. And it blows my mind that his video had a really good like to dislike ratio and all the comments were really good, with even verified ticks being like, oh my god, we're so proud of you, Jeff. You're doing so great. You're doing the Lord's work. Hasn't even read the article. Is responding to an article he hasn't read. Can you tell I'm already angry? Like, already I am pissed. They talk about the voice notes that he released between him and Kat, the journalist behind the insider article. And they talk about how it's just, like, it's taken out of context. He's taking things out of context and making them look worse than they are. For example, he puts a voice note in where she apparently says that he's innocent. Oh, I know that's gonna distract people and it's gonna piss them off, so I'm just gonna hide that for you guys because I know I'm gonna get comments saying, oh, that piece of hair was annoying us. It's gone. He put in a clip, a voice note of her saying allegedly that he is innocent, but she has to make him look guilty because that's her job. And it makes her look like one of those scummy journalists who's just out for blood and doesn't care about who's innocent and guilty, just cares about the headline. Kind of like Daily Mail and The Sun, right? Like, we know the kind of journalist we're talking about here. Turns out he just cut out a whole clip of the conversation where he says to her that he was being called and she said, look, I did my job to the best of my abilities. I know you're innocent in that regard. Like, you are not Dom. You didn't do what he did, but you are guilty of X amount of things. And I had to mention that because it's my job to mention it. No context. He just put in the part where she says, oh, I know you're innocent of that, but it's my job to put things in. And it makes her look like a scummy journalist. Not here for it, honestly. They go over his video and they obviously debunk things one by one, and then they bring him on. Worst idea. He came on to try and make the vlog squad look a little bit more innocent, and somehow, like, why didn't they get their story straight? I'm glad they didn't get their story straight because we can see the truth and we can see what's actually happening. But for their sake, they should have got their story straight. He says, I was there for maybe 15 minutes. Now that's weird because he said that Trisha was there for only 15 minutes, and when she left, he didn't leave. So 15 minutes is probably a little bit of a, you know, weird situation. They bring that up and he goes, oh, maybe 30 minutes. Oh, maybe 45 minutes. We're starting to get into the hour long. We're going from 15 minutes to an hour. Like, that's getting it's a little bit of a difference in time that you would have probably realized. And Ethan then comes out with the bombshell and he shows him a picture in which there's the girls, David, Todd, Jeff, and everyone else at almost 2 a.m. Oh, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Oh, I left and came back. But you're there at 2 a.m. He goes, oh yeah, I might have left and came. How do you not remember that? How do you go from I was there for 15 minutes, left and never came back to, oh, I was maybe there for an hour, left, came back and was there to see a blackout drunk girl that wasn't supposed to be blackout drunk. And I did nothing about it. Oh, but I'm 100% innocent. Makes no sense to me, quite honestly. So they talk about how he can't claim 100% innocence while seeing what is happening and not doing anything about it. He continues to disagree with Kat. He admits that I guess some things are out of context and that she just did her job. But then he's also saying like, oh, she made me look more guilty than I am. But it's like, if you're there and you're seeing a toxic environment, then you are complicit in what is happening. So you're not 100% innocent. So if she doesn't frame you as 100% innocent, then she's doing the right thing because you're not 100% innocent. You're less guilty than David because he's the director of the videos. He vets everything and he's the one that approves a video to go up. So it's his channel, so he's responsible for it. So you're less guilty than David and you're definitely less guilty than Dom, but you're not 100% innocent. You would be 100% innocent if you were some YouTuber somehow associated with them that is now getting crap for being friends with them, but like you were never there for that stuff. Then maybe you could say, oh, I just had a few conversations with David at some party. We're not even associated. I don't know what's happening. I'm an acquaintance. Leave me alone. Then yeah, sure. But you were in the video. You were in the video. You were there at 2 a.m. to see the consequences, the end of the night. You can't say that you're 100% innocent. Trisha Paytas then asks about Utah, which is one interesting thing because he said that for a while now, he hasn't really been close to David. He hasn't been in videos. He hasn't been associated with the vlog squad. So he hates that he's now being dragged into this because he chose to distance himself a long time ago. And she says, was it because of Utah? And he gets caught off guard because Trisha, well, maybe wasn't supposed to know any of that. Trisha says, you know, they went on a trip to Utah to film vlogs, and yet there was not a single vlog that came out of that trip, and something bad quite clearly happened. I mean, he's got an eye injury, which is really strange. No one addressed where that came from, but apparently there's a video of him doing some kind of a thing for a video, and apparently it's really disturbing. I haven't seen it, and it just seems like some kind of it's one of those like videos that no one has seen but everyone's talking about. I don't know. I don't want to see it though. Apparently some kind of big injury to his eye that happened during filming for a video. So she mentions Utah and he gets really awkward about it. So she quite clearly knows more than he thinks she knows. Then he starts telling a story and he goes, well, there are people that know a lot of things behind the scenes and they've done so many messed up things. Should I say the names? I don't know if I should say the names. And then he starts telling the story and he just goes, oh, never mind. And the story never gets brought up again. He's just, I have no clue what's happening. I've never seen someone dig themselves a bigger hole than that interview. I don't know why you would come to Trisha and Ethan unprepared, don't have your story straight. You just came on hoping for, I don't know what you were hoping for. I have no clue, but it didn't happen. Because you could have just filmed your video with that good like to dislike ratio, some good comments. You could have lost a few sponsors, but realistically, in a month's time, everyone would have forgot about it. And you would have been completely out of the conversation. But now that you've put yourself into the conversation, you're there. You're in the conversation now. People are not going to forget about it. It's just strange to me. Anyway, so that kind of, he gets off call. They continue to talk about it for a minute, and then the live stream ends. David filmed a second apology video. This one is actually on his David Dobrik channel, and what's frustrating to me is that his like to dislike ratio is really good on it, and all the top comments with ticks next to the names, verified channels, are going, oh my god, we're so proud of you, David, you're doing such a good job, I don't know why you're apologizing when it should be Dom. Well, maybe he's apologizing because he put Dom on his channel. He put people in situations where they were in close proximity to a criminal. He didn't believe people 3 years ago when they told him that Dom was a danger to other women. And he then continued to put women around him. Women below the age of drinking in America. He put women around him and didn't check on them. Because if Jeff's story is correct, David saw underage girls, well, under the age of drinking, being given alcohol, go into a room with Dom, knowing the accusations about Dom, and he apparently left. Just left them there. And then came back and saw them blackout drunk and still continued to post the video. That's Jeff's version of the events, right? He said, oh, we got the clips, we left. But then you're there at 2 a.m. to see the outcome of the night. And you continue to post the video. So to everyone going, oh, well, David's not in the wrong, it's Dom. How is David not in the wrong here? Of course, he didn't do what Dom did. He's not a criminal, but he allowed the situation to happen. He allowed that environment for those girls to happen. I don't know. He had apparently people telling him what to do, giving him advice, and now he's apparently just like completely thrown that advice out the window and he's doing his own thing. He says he believes Hannah. He's sorry to everyone that was affected during the filming of that video. He's sorry for putting them in that environment. He's sorry for creating a toxic environment for everyone. He's sorry for creating an environment where no one can stand up to him or say no, which is really strange. Oh, yeah, look, I understand that he understands it now, but how do you not understand when he literally, quite literally, would give less video time to anyone that was not willing to do the crazy things that he wanted them to do? Like, he actively did that. He actively made people do stuff, and if they didn't do it, they would get less time in the vlogs until they were just not there in the vlogs. Nick, like, he didn't mention Nick in that whole apology. He didn't mention Seth. Nick quite literally said when he was uncomfortable with jokes being made about his height, he was kicked out of the vlog squad. So for David to now be like, oh, now I understand that I created an environment full of yes men. How did you not understand it before? You actively did it. You actively kicked people out the vlog squad when they didn't do crazy things. He says that he now believes Ali and that he's sorry that he believed Dom back then because he was his childhood friend and he didn't understand how his childhood friend could do such an awful thing. But it's like, oh, I understand one allegation. You're going to believe your friend. But when there's like 5, 6, 7 girls coming out and saying things, at some point you have to think, that's a lot of allegations against one person. And none of these people are connected. They're all very different people from different walks of life. People told him to ignore it and push it back. They just called it cancel culture. They said it was toxic, that he shouldn't have to like feed into it. A crime was committed. I hope if those friends of yours told you that these crimes were just cancel culture, you drop those friends immediately. And if you're still friends with them, then that's still the issue. Because we're seeing people talk about actual crimes being committed, and you have people in your life telling you, oh, it's just cancel culture. Oh, just push back against it. It's not your fault. And also, are we still forgetting that this isn't the only thing that he's being cancelled for right now? There's the actual crimes being committed, but there's also racism, sexism, the way he treated Corinna, the way he treated Gabby Hanna in those videos. Use them as props, sexualize them for views, and then just on to the next. Are we forgetting about all those other things that have also happened? I don't know. I just feel like this isn't the only thing that he has done. And now that he's apologized for it, everyone's like, oh, it's okay now, I guess. It's not. Oh my God. He said he's taking a break and he won't be posting until he feels like he's corrected the environment that he has created for the vlog squad, which I understand. Like, I'm glad he's stepping back a little bit to maybe hopefully fix whatever is happening over there. Now, my questions are, would this video have happened if brands didn't drop him? Because I remember an interview that he did where he said that he makes about, on a 20 million sub channel with 20 million views per vlog, he said he makes $2,000 in AdSense a month, which is basically what a full-time job makes, but like a regular full-time, like a minimum wage full-time job, which is definitely not what a 20 million sub channel makes. But he said it's because he uses copyrighted music, he swears, he does controversial things, and he obviously gets either demonetized or the studios behind the music take the AdSense from him. So he ends up making not a lot of money compared to how much he could be making. So he makes all of his money, essentially. 99.9% of the money that he makes a month, he makes from brand deals. Now, every single brand that he has ever done brand deals with has now dropped him. Let me just go over them very quickly, guys, just so we know. EA Sports, HBO Max, Dispo, he's not an investor anymore, he had to quit. I'll get into that in a minute. Honey, Red Hot, SeatGeek, Chipotle, they've all dropped him. That is millions of dollars a month that he has now missed out on. And now he's going to be living on $2,000 a month. With the amount of employees he has, the mortgage that he has to pay off, the stuff that he buys for videos, $2,000 a month is quite clearly not enough. It's funny to me that the first apology he did before brands dropped him was on his least subbed channel, and it wasn't an apology at all. He didn't take any responsibility. But now that all of his sponsors have dropped him, now he films an apology on his main channel and he actually apologizes and actually takes responsibility. To me, it's... the accusations didn't change between those two videos. The accusations are the same. The only thing that's changed is finances for him. That's the only thing that has changed. So it's a little bit disingenuous to me. The second apology, he cried in the video, I don't know, I don't want to make any assumptions. It's just strange to me that the accusations didn't change. The situation didn't change at all. The only thing that's changed between those two videos is his lack of brand deals at this point. He'll have to stop using copyrighted music. He'll have to stop making controversial content. He'll have to censor out swear words. Like, he'll have to very much adjust his content, make it 10 minutes long instead of 4 minutes to actually make anywhere close to the amount of money that he used to make with brand deals. Because I don't think those brand deals are going to take him back after this. It has a good like to dislike ratio, and it's got decent comments, which once again I'm wondering how, why, when, how did the tide change again? It just seems like, people like Shane Dawson had very similar allegations, and he is still to this day losing subs. To this day, no one wants to defend him. With David, it seems like the tide is turning very quickly. Very quickly, people are doing a 180 twist and defending him once again. I just wonder why. Why is David the golden child right now when there's this many allegations against him? I don't know. Do you guys think he's going to continue to be cancelled? Or do you think if he takes a break and he stops being mentioned in articles, he stops being mentioned in drama videos, commentary videos, and he lets that simmer down, do you think he can come back, gain all of his brand deals back, and continue doing YouTube like nothing happened? I don't know. I mean, Logan Paul, he managed to do it back, right? Logan Paul had a huge downfall, and now he's back to gaining hundreds of thousands of subscribers a month, getting millions of views per vlog and per podcast episode. He's got sponsors. He's got his AdSense back. And Logan Paul was one of those people that called out David Dobrik before all of this happened. He got a lot of backlash for it. Logan said, look, I was where you are now a few years ago. I was at my peak. I was the golden child of YouTube. I had premium ads. I had premium sponsorships. And then I let my ego get the best of me and I messed it up and I lost everything. And you're going to be next. And what happened? David is next. So does that mean that David, if he waits it out long enough, is going to make a 180 return the way Logan did? Because I have a feeling that's going to happen. I don't think this is going to be a long-term thing for him. Then we get a video from Erin and Carly, who are obviously two other members of the vlog squad. It's a 2-minute video and they just say that they have read the article, that they were not present at the time that those videos were being made. So they came in kind of later on in the vlog squad once it's become bigger and more mainstream and less of that. They kind of came in later on. They said that they completely disagree and disavow whatever was happening there with the jokes, edgy jokes and the crimes being committed. Like, they don't agree with anything that happened there. They feel super bad for obviously anyone that was affected, from Ali to Hannah to anyone else that was affected by all of that. It's got a good like to dislike and it's got good comments purely because they're not involved. It's like when Jeff said he wasn't involved, it was, I wasn't involved, I'm 100% innocent, but I was there for the vlog, I was in the vlog, I profited off the vlog. Because, links get put in the description if you're in the vlog. I was there at 2 a.m. to see the outcome of the night. That's not innocent. That's not involved. That's very much involved. For Carly and Erin, they were not there. Like, they were not there at the time of Vlog Squad when that was happening. So they're not involved. But because they profited off the Vlog Squad, they have to address this because it's, they're a part of the group that is very much guilty right now. So I'm glad that they have addressed this, and I don't think anyone is holding that against them. I'm glad that even though they could have just left this alone, they could have just said, we're not involved, we're not even going to address this, they chose to address it, and I think that's a really good thing. I'm kind of happy that they did that. And everyone else seems to be really happy as well with kind of their response, and I think that's good for them. Now, where is Dom in all of this? I'm very confused. Where's Dom? Dom seems to be missing since he filmed that video right before the article dropped, and since then it's been nothing, silence, crickets. I just want to know why. Of course the girls don't have to press charges, that's their own, you know, that's their choice, and they don't have to be forced to do that, but I still think he's kind of slipping by without many consequences. Like, of course he's going to just not come back to the internet and continue to live his life, because as long as there are no charges pressed against him and he doesn't live off the YouTube career, he can just go and do something else, I'm assuming. But if I was an employer and I saw the articles about him, I don't know if I would employ him, because that's concerning. I just want to know where he is and why everyone's apologizing on his behalf, but he's not here to do it himself. I don't know. Then we have a few tweets to go through. I like to do videos and tweets separately, so here's the tweets. So after the Frenemies podcast, Kat tweeted out saying, I didn't expect to wake up to a call from my editor telling me a YouTuber with 2.8 million subscribers uploaded a secretly recorded phone call with me. I really didn't expect that YouTuber to then reveal on a live stream that he didn't read the article that he made a 20-minute video about. At Jeff, thanks for apologizing at one point. As Trisha Paytas NH3 Productions explained to you for over an hour why that apology was necessary, you admitted that you intended to send your fans to attack me for writing the article you did not read. They did. I received more than one detailed today and literally hundreds of hate comments and direct messages. Jeff also suggested on this live stream that I should have donated the amount of money Insider made off that article to the accuser. Not only would that be an extreme show of bias towards the accuser, but it would also have put me and Insider in legal jeopardy. Very true. This isn't intended to be a poor me thread, but I did want to be transparent about what today was like. I have definitely made mistakes and I will continue to make mistakes, but I have to say this story wasn't one of them. And then she links the article again. Then we have Spark Capital tweeted up saying, in light of recent news about the Vlog Squad and David Dobrik, the co-founder of Dispo, we have made the decision to sever all ties with the company. We have stepped down from our position on the board and we are in the process of making arrangements to ensure we do not profit from our recent investment in Dispo. Trisha Paytas said, I do feel bad for his eye though. Jeff is going through some stuff, I can tell, and honestly he's not slimy as the rest of the group, just trying to cover his bros, I guess. I'll always support and believe victims, but especially if I'm there, I will speak up. The truth is the truth, and I dare anyone to find any consistencies in my stories, Ari, David, and the timelines. I'm in such a happy place now, and everything does happen for a reason. I'm part of something creative and successful online without having to harm others. My relationship isn't a trigger anymore, but my safe space. But just because I made it out okay doesn't mean everyone will. I don't blame David for my psychotic breaks. I should have left sooner. It just sucks that they think they do absolutely nothing wrong. I was tossed aside so quickly from David and Jason, who I spent every day with for over a year, and that stuff blew my mind. Leaving that group even more traumatizing. Thankful for therapy and group classes to help me find my stability in life, because I attempted 3 times that year and I've never had those thoughts before. I went up to my demons, flaws, and imperfections. Why? Because the truth sets you free. Distancing myself from David and Shane, and yes, I left both relationships, was the best decision I ever made. You get caught up in fame or being liked, but it's so much better having morals. I'd rather have everyone call me crazy than traumatize other people trying to be cool. And then Def Noodles actually tweeted out, this should have stayed in your draft. Old clip of David Dobrik showing Bar saying he gets more work done when his friends are super drunk because he basically films everything. This after women speak out alleging Vlog Squad allegedly got them drunk and preyed on them. Then Kate Clark tweets out exclusive, David Dobrik has stepped down from Dispo HQ following allegations against a member of his Vlog Squad. Spark Capital, which led Dispo's Series A last month, announced earlier today it would sever all ties with the startup. So David, not only has he lost all of his brand deals, he has now stepped down as investor in a brand that he has founded. And it's now being valued at 100 million, and it's barely just started. Like, it's basically a startup company valued at 100 million. It could be at $1 billion very soon, which means he is losing hundreds of millions of dollars, which is why I'm saying that apology seems not genuine, purely because he filmed it right after all of this, right after having such a financial hit. Do you know what it means? Like, I do understand that he's rich. I do understand that he can easily pay off his house, sell unnecessary belongings, and live happily for the rest of his life. But do you know what it means to lose hundreds of millions of dollars, potentially? No one's gonna, even if you're rich, you're not gonna say no to hundreds of millions of dollars. So it just seems really weird to me that he made that apology video right after he essentially lost a potential hundreds of millions of dollars. He didn't film this apology before any of this happened. Here's Dispo's full statement. David has chosen to step down from the board and leave the company to not distract from the company's growth. Dispo's team, product, and more importantly, our community stand for building a diverse, inclusive, and empowering world. Oh, Bumble as well. People contacted Bumble to see if they were leaving David, and they said that they never agree with the kind of environment that David has allowed to happen, so they're leaving him as well. Then 776, which are also, they work closely with Dispo. I'm pretty sure they're like investors in Dispo. So one of the people from 776 put on his Instagram story saying, the recent allegations against David Dobrik are extremely troubling and are directly at odds with 776's core values. We have been working closely with Dispo over the last week and are in full support of their decision to part ways with David. We've made the decision to donate any profits from our investment in Dispo to an organization working with survivors of We have believed in Dispo's mission since the beginning and will continue to support the hardworking team bringing it to life. Then Keem, as in from Drama Alert, tweeted out saying, this is exactly what I was referring to with David Dobrik losing $1 billion. His app was already valued at $100 million. It's referring to him having to step down as investor in Dispo. Then Natalie posted her own post on Instagram stories saying, I've spent a lot of time thinking about the recent allegations, and because of the severity, it's taking me time to process. Like many of you, I'm upset and angry and do not condone the behavior detailed in the article or any misconduct, abuse for that matter. I want to make it clear that I acknowledge, hear and support those who came forward and stand by the victims. She was also, I'm pretty sure, not part of the vlog squad when that was happening. So, you know, whatever you think about that. A lot of people yesterday gave backlash to Kat over a tweet that she posted. So David posted his apology video, the second one, and immediately Kat tweeted out saying, David Dobrik uploaded a real, genuine apology. Regardless of how everyone feels about it and processed it, I can confidently say that this is a true milestone for the YouTube community, which is such a strange tweet to make because so many people make apology videos. Not everyone means them. I don't really see how this is a milestone, but you know, she deleted it because she got a lot of crap for it because people are saying, you know, one, it's not up to you to accept the apology. Two, it's not really a milestone. There have been so many apologies and some much better than David's. You know, Jenna Marbles comes to mind. 2 of her apologies, 3 at this point. She made apologies for really silly things sometimes, but she cared so deeply about people in the community that she felt the need to acknowledge those concerns that people had against, I remember it was like a fish tank, a car seat for her dogs. That was an apology video. And then obviously her old jokes that she made in her videos. Her apologies were always great and they were always received really well by the community. I don't think this is a milestone necessarily. Kat, after the tweet that she made, she deleted and said, I'm deleting my tweet about David's apology because people are taking it as my stance on whether it should be accepted. It's not my call. I pointed out that this is a rare thing in the YouTube community, but I don't want to perpetuate the idea that I'm a judge of his character. I mean, she did call it a genuine apology, which, you know, I understand everyone misspeaks. I'm just saying, like, I think I've seen so many apologies at this point that I'm just like, I don't understand this one. I don't think it's a milestone. I don't think it's something that should necessarily be praised purely because it came after a big financial hit. You know, maybe if that financial hit wasn't there, would the apology have happened? I don't know. But I'm glad that Kat took that back because it just makes it sound like, you know, we're taking the apology and going, oh, great, thank you. When in reality, like, there are so many people still hurt by everything that's happened. But I'm glad Kat took that back because I think she's got a lot of integrity and I think she's a great journalist, and I just wouldn't want it to come across as like, well, I did my job, glad he's apologized, because this is not the end of the story, I'm pretty sure. It's still going. So Dispo tweeted out saying, Dispo unequivocally condemns any form of and believes survivors must always be heard and supported. In order to remain true to our mission, we support David's decision to part ways with the company. We would like to thank the community for their continued trust in us. We will move forward working hard to build a safe and honest platform that restores joy and authenticity both online and in real life. He has deleted videos on 3 different days. So he deleted over 66 million views on one day, 11.5 on another day, and 17.5 on another day. I want to know what happened in those videos, and I want to know why he decided to delete them. He has so far lost 200,000 subs and he hasn't lost since. 200,000 for a 20 million sub channel is kind of nothing. It's kind of nothing. It's really just a drop in the bucket. Kat then also tweets out, I've got to stop pulling all-nighters, and by that I mean I need YouTubers to stop breaking news in the middle of the night. Same here, because I'm in a different time zone, so whenever I go to sleep, everything goes down, and then I wake up to deleted tweets, deleted videos, and stuff missing, so I'm always lacking in that aspect of things. Back on the Vlog Squad reporting tomorrow. We're only going deeper from here. I'm glad. Then Kat retweets, reminder, it's the victims who are allowed to accept David Dobrik's statement video, which is true. Then Ali Hardesty, which was the original person accusing Dom years ago, and she was obviously blackballed from the community and from YouTube. She retweeted, David Dobrik said he couldn't wrap his head around the fact that his childhood friend wasn't. And that's literally the problem. Men will ignore and discredit women, but won't hold their besties accountable. And that is it. It seems like such a genuine apology because obviously so much is on the line. Obviously he's going to do the most to get his fans and support back. Also, I used to love David Dobrik and the Vlog Squad so much, but everyone's saying his apology is genuine. Did I miss something? Because it really isn't. Even any of you guys' apology to accept. Leave that up to the victims. She also retweeted the reminder, it's not your apology to accept. Casey Newton actually posted, I wrote about the Dispo Inferno, why it is probably not a good idea to give $20 million of venture capital to someone whose livelihood is dependent on doing a lot of edgy pranks and stunts to feed the YouTube recommendation engine. And in the article he says, to be clear, what Dobrik and his associates have been charged with extremely dire and they ought to take full responsibility for their actions. And yet I can't be the only one looking at this mess and seeing the simple result of platform incentives at work. Do the shocking thing, the gross thing, the can you believe it thing, and if you do it with enough style, the views and the subscribers will reliably follow. YouTube will keep making more David Dobriks because David Dobriks are one of the things that YouTube is designed to produce. But what's good for YouTube isn't necessarily what's good for venture capital or for tech startups. Yesterday's prank too often turns into today's tearful apology, and that's very true because he relied on shock value, controversy to get through. And is that a reliable person to start a company that you're going to invest in. Like, look how many investors had to pull out and apologize. So that is it so far. I can't believe in the last 2 days I've managed to film another long video. That's how much is happening. I feel like this is not the end. I don't know, you guys let me know what you think. Subscribe, hit that bell, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, comment down below anything you want to comment down below, and I'll be posting another video when something happens. Hit that bell and you'll be notified when that's happening, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.